Now, above all, we have to ensure that never again we have this very big scam in our industry, which was the scam of the banks, the brokers, and the shipyards. They have created havoc in our industry, bankruptcies, you name it. The public that pays back these debts are not a charity. So, coincidentally, in 1996, according to the figures which you can all check of the British Marine Equipment Council, a bulk carrier, for example, her cost was spread into hull 11% and 89% the equipment. All of a sudden, in 2 years' time, this went up to 40% the hull and 60% the equipment, and that was a squeeze. So, somebody had to cut corners. Somebody had to go against sometimes safety items. So this is important because the bankers and the brokers, they wanted to have high commissions. If you sell a Panamax for $20 million, you receive one sentence, which is what? $200,000. But she went up to 70 million, 700,000. Then we have a new kid in the block. A very unfortunate, with all due respect, the mistake of the Americans to support the Far Eastern shipbuilding. Okay, they had to support the Japanese constitution after the war in 1945. They went en masse there, and as you can see in all the charts, here we have two, if you go back to the globe, the previous one, you can see that there are two American powerful entities, the United Kingdom as a shield in Europe, and Japan and other island nations as a shield in the other side. This is Eurasia. We call it one continent in our view. In geography, it's the political geography that divides in the Ural Mountains, Europe and Asia. So the Americans, they are holding these two shields, Japan and the UK, to secure peace the way they want it. Whoever is the threat doesn't matter. These are the shields. And you can see nowadays what has happened and what is happening. Another big problem that we have faced, and this is very important for our business, is what I call it the dire straits. Not the group that we're singing, no, but the dire straits. We've got 16 dire straits. The 6 basic ones, the 4/5 of them, they belong, with all due respect, to Islamist nations. And it's a very, very big problem. You don't know what is going to happen. And it's the truth. Half of Gibraltar is half Christian, half Muslim. Constantinople, the Bosporus, is Muslim. Suez Canal is Muslim. Aden, Muslim. Hormuz, the Straits of Hormuz, Muslim. Malaga Straits, the same. So these are the issues that one must understand of the geostrategic issues. Some architects of destruction to save their skin, they have upturned people from Gibraltar up to Afghanistan and from Donetsk in Ukraine down to the Horn of Africa, in Somalia. And there's a hell going on there. On the other side, you've got China trying to introduce a new Silk Road, something else to counter, but this cannot happen. These pipelines, this whatever you can call it, even commercial trains and land logistics, they will fail because of the upturn of the locals there. Still, we are in a transition period of what's going to happen. And of course, I cannot say more. But in 2 years' time, when I publish my book as a former NATO officer, I will reveal a lot of things that now I'm bound to honor my signature. So sometimes I say to people, don't give me this, that's too much, it's ridiculous. Another problem is the education. The paramount issue is education. And I wonder in this crisis that we spend millions of dollars for our children, how they didn't manage to stop this crisis happening. They come from A-class universities in Europe, in the Far East, in Scandinavia, yet they have failed. Or they were bought out from the scam organized by the shipyards, the bankers, and the brokers. I have my latest experience when I contracted 4 chemical tankers in China, and I have to use all my military skill to win because at the end of the day I have to earn my commission. The broker involved, the leader said, John, we are brokers. Oh, no, I like to go out and circulate in the city and have my front clean. I'm sorry. I will go all the way, reduce the price, and receive the vessels in the way I have agreed on canvas. Simple as that. I cannot, give way. We have another problem. Some clever dicks, sorry my friends, in Europe, like to have the European Union to be above the IMO. No, the IMO is the only body who has to run our safety and other issues. It is very important to support the cause of the IMO. I'm a very pro-European, but I have to tell you honestly, forget that the war is over. I cannot accept myself being a son of a captain who was torpedoed by the Germans in the Second World War, and he created a family thanks to the British Coast Guard who saved him, only 2 from the Tony's child who survived. To tell you honestly, I cannot be under the German boot. I'm very sorry. I have very good German friends, aunts, friends, at the time a girlfriend, but no. Things should be spoken out, and we should say you cannot have the Germans running the European show. I'm sorry. That's it. It's very simple. Why should we have to go for the euro and not respect the euro? Because the German mark was not producing what it had. And I praise the British people of not entering and getting out from the ERM at the time. These are important issues. I was asked live on the American channel CSBC how the euro is affecting Greek shipping and shipping in general. So nothing, because the denomination of the freight rates is simply in dollars. It's not in euros, it's in dollars. Up until the Second World War, it was in pounds. So this is it. We failed to understand this because the loser wanted to do it again and again and again, and that's not on. If you do a mistake 10 times in your life, I'm sorry, you're not wise.